guys, it's me, DeJa Skye from Rupauls Drag Race Season 14, and welcome back to my channel. Seeing as I have not been on Drag Race for like 2 years, that's long enough for me. I decided that I want to talk about my looks from Drag Race. Now, I am no fashion girl. I'm not a look queen. I am none of that. I do know how to sew, and I do have style. And I also wanted to laugh at myself for what the f I was wearing. But before we get started, please do not forget to compliment on my makeup. Like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get into this DeJa view of my looks of Season 14 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Start your engine, yeah. Full disclaimer, when I got on RuPaul's Drag Race, I was broke. Okay, we were still in lockdown, and in my town, there was no open club. So we were doing little things like backyard drag and some like online stuff to make ends meet, but I was like broke. But I knew how to sew, so that's why I was like, you know what? I will make it work. I will buy a bunch of fabric, and then I will sew. And then I also had help from a friend as well. And then one of my really good friends, Gigi, shout out to you, hey Gigi, she actually did all of my wigs. So starting from the beginning, our promo look. Now I made this look. My friend Emma Fembrile from Fresno, hi Emma, she actually made this really gorgeous bow. And then my friend Garrett, hi Garrett, Ghastly Wigs, he made this incredible wig. So for the promo, our theme originally was like full on Candyland. Like they wanted us to look like candy. That's the whole point of it. It was very that. And then they switched to like, well, here's the color scheme, and it's going to be game board inspired, and try to at least incorporate some chocolate or some like candy into it. So it's not like a candy character. But mama, I already had my concept. My makeup, y'all, Gorgiana McGee, okay? That's what I am so happy that people recognize me for on my season, is like my makeup skills. So next up is our Meet the Queens look. Okay, so we got this prompt like a week before, maybe a week and a half. It was very quick turnaround time. And they basically were like, okay, you're gonna be in an arcade. I had no time because I was working on my promo look and I was still broke. So I had this suit by a Russian designer named Demanchi Studios. He made this suit for me while I was prepping for Drag Race. And I was like, look, how about I wear this suit? It's Pastel Princess. The fabric flowed gorgeously. And as you guys can tell, I love bows. Now we're gonna get into my entrance. I wanted to walk in as quintessential DeJa. I didn't wanna walk in like, I wanted the people at home to be like, that's DeJa Skye. Like I wanted the world to know my aesthetic, my vibe. People weren't in love with the look. You know, like obviously Fashion Photo Review and other people, they weren't enthralled with the look, but I stand by it. This was, when I thought of me at this era, that was me, and I stand by it. I had made this gown already. I like already had this gown because I made it for my audition tape that year. Body is bodying, okay? I felt so powerful going onto that runway, and then I remember like standing there for critiques, and the first words out of Michelle's mouth were like, your makeup is so beautiful. It's so blended and gorgeous. And I was like, I made it. So next up is the ball. This is another thing that got thrown at us. So this dress is actually a borrowed dress from Emma Fembrile, who you'll hear a lot because she helped me with my package. And then my friend Gigi did this hair. Now let me tell you, I feel like this is not controversial, but I remember on a certain show, stop. There was a certain fashion icon, Violet Chachki, and she was like, why would you wear that hair with that dress? The prompt is red. Purple and red are complementary colors. And so if that was the case, then you wanted everyone to be in red wigs? Because I don't remember anyone in a red wig. But I was the only one that got that critique. But I felt stunning. I felt absolutely gorgeous in this. I wish the dress was a little bit longer. Okay, so next up was White Evening. I love pants, and I love like a wide-legged pants. I think a wide-legged pant is not something that a lot of big girls would wear. We kind of stick to something tight to really show off our curves. But I love like a straight-legged, wide-legged pant. I love you, Gigi. The hair that I was originally supposed to wear, it fell apart. She tried a new style that she wasn't comfortable with, so it fell apart. And luckily, my big sister, Miss Cornbread, lent me this hair. This ended it all because when I saw myself in this black hair, I said, why don't I wear black hair? Because, you know, I was pastel, neon, vibrant. So now we are going to the actual look that we made. For me, helping every single person in that room, which they didn't show, I'm not mad. I did the damn thing. with this, okay? I was the only person to use non-stretch material. Obviously, I don't get extra points for that. How would I picture DeJa Skye if I had to wear red, white, and blue to a wedding? I would absolutely give myself a huge mermaid, a dramatic sleeve like mama. And then I was like, I'm not gonna wear a veil. So I'm gonna have like fabric on my shoulder to give me like my version of a veil. Next up is our J-Lo look. Y'all, when I saw this on our list, I was certain J-Lo was gonna be our special guest. The thing about copyright, this is the other thing, is you couldn't do like a music video look or like a look that's been in a movie, or it like had to be like red carpet or live performance. I remember this look specifically, I was like, okay, this look is gorgeous. The Versace print, like it's very, I can show off my body and everything. And I remember them, because we have to get everything approved. And I remember them telling me, the look is approved, but you can't use the Versace print because it's copyrighted. I remember looking everywhere for something similar and nothing was cute or went with it. So I literally just got some blue satin fabric and was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna be solid and then I'll just embellish on top of it. But I loved it and they loved it. This was the only look that wasn't what the picture showed, but the judges absolutely ate it up. This is one of my favorite runways. I don't know why you guys are surprised, but I am the pastel princess. So when they said it's like spring, I said, mama, I'm going to be pastel down, honey. And I am such a fan of mixing textures and colors and prints. Like, I just love it. So I made everything except for the mask. My friend Emma Femberley made the mask. Liz, shout out to you. Hi, Liz. She made the hair. The hair was gorgeous, updo. I watched almost everything from our season as far as like YouTube content. But I do remember Gottmik was like, this is like very fashion for her. Another sewing challenge. So here's my thing. If you saw what we got in those boxes, you wouldn't say anything. We had crap, you guys. I'm not a 99-cent and only extravaganza diva, okay? I love fabric. So when I saw that there were sheets and tablecloths, I was like, okay, I love this color story. I haven't done this like pink fuchsia moment on the runway. When people were saying it was just fabric wrapped around her. Yeah. And it was placed and it was sewed and tacked on. And I didn't just wrap it around, belt it, and go on the runway. Everything was intentional. Every single judge loved this dress. They said, I can see this dress going down the runway. I can too. They just hated that I did the fan and the headpiece because they were like, I love everything, just take those away. And I was like, well, I felt like if I didn't have them, then they would be like, well, where's the other stuff? You know, I stand by it. People can say whatever they want. Y'all, opinions are fine, but let's talk. If you followed me during this time, you knew that I made this look the night before in the hotel room, which is facts. I stole some fabric from set and Orion gave me this hair. I stand by it. Yes, it's a Lycra bodysuit, but it's fierce. And I looked fierce. Like, honestly, I thought that there were gonna be more looks that I would be embarrassed by. And maybe it's because it's only been 2 years, but I love this look. And this is where it takes to turn, y'all. First, let's get into the inspo. The inspo was Sailor V from Sailor Moon. I don't know why. No clue why. I wouldn't have done a full-on superhero costume. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. This is the one look that I'm like, what? I love the heart shoulder thing, but I just wish conceptually I would have done something totally different because honestly, I look like a nurse. I think this is the look that I regret the most. You cannot tell me that I did not have one of the most iconic runway looks of our season. You can't tell me that. Shoulders, I was one of the only people that really got the prompt, okay? My friend Emma Femberley made the jacket and the hat. Gigi made the hair, of course, and then I made the skirt and the bodysuit to go underneath. This is iconic. Yes, okay. The prompt was basically whatever you would worship. The prompt was, girl, you can worship a Pringles can, you can worship, like George's worship weed. So for me, I've always loved powerful women. And my original idea I used it for the Glamazon Prime, but I wanted to do like a goddess. Me and Emma were talking and we thought it would be better to kind of go for like a reference from like the Met Gala, especially since the Met Gala a couple years before that did this. And the look that I knew I was gonna do was Zendaya's. I knew I couldn't afford chainmail, okay? I knew I didn't have the funds to afford something like that, but I made it work. Yes, it was not to the caliber of Zendaya. I stand by it. I don't think I ever would have worn that belt again. I personally, and this is a personally, I personally have grown to really enjoy this look. I remember feeling like shit when it happened because the hair that I was originally supposed to wear, like it couldn't fit in my luggage. Emma came up with this idea of like a intergalactic evil queen kind of thing. And so that's why we had the mirror. I came up with the concept of like the cage and we wanted to go something simple underneath, just like a black mesh gown. Now, I would absolutely take away the crown and I would have definitely done a full bottom. I don't hate it. Oh, you guys. How iconic was it that I got eliminated in a full pastel princess runway? My whole concept behind this was like 80s pastel prom. That was my whole concept. The hair, thank you, Gigi. Gorgeous, flawless, pink. I love pink and turquoise, pink and seafoam. It was gorgeous. This fabric is gorgeous too. This dress is by Emma Femberlé. I loved it. I felt gorgeous. And fun fact, the judges were telling me that like they like the dress, but I don't have enough up here to fill it. But they're like, I like the dress. And Dulce Sloan, the guest judge, she actually wanted me to give her this dress. I am so glad I got eliminated in something that was quintessential me and I look stunning. I literally only had one thing left and that was this finale gown. Now, this finale gown was made by Emma Femberlé, of course. I believe it was a Galliano reference, originally like black and red. And we decided to do zebra, obviously. I think it's gorgeous. Okay, so let's move on to the reunion. This look is by my good sis, Miss Beverly Lux or Godoy in LA. And this hair is by Ghastly Wig. Okay, so this was a reference. I literally found this like silhouette online and I was like, okay, let's change the colors and make it more pastel. This is when I had a little bit of money. So I was like, okay, let me invest a little bit of money into this look with, you know, rhinestones and it was a corset and everything. I look stunning. And I do remember Raja and Gottmik could not stop talking about my makeup. They were like, her makeup skills are stunning. You know, I may have not won the crown. I may not made it to the finale, but the makeup is there. And then let's get in to the finale look. This was the first year that it was going to be on the Drag Race Live stage. So the prompt was they wanted us in showgirls looks. I think a lot of us took it Vegas showgirl and a lot of us just wore, you know, gorgeous gowns. But girl, you wear what you want to. This is your finale. The first movie that popped into my head, one of my all-time favorite movies is Miss Congeniality 2. And I've always wanted that yellow look. I legit have always wanted this look. The Drag Stop, shout out to them. They made this entire look. So gorgeous, fits so well. I still wear this at live. This to me was like a culmination of where I was and where I ended on Drag Race. Well, you guys, that was me reacting to my looks of RuPaul's Drag Race season 14. Now, if you guys have any ideas for videos, always feel free to comment below. You know, if there's something that you would love to see, if there's something more that you would love to see, baby, I am here to please. Well, I don't have a boyfriend because me and Bruno broke up because now he's with Morphine. This was such a fun video. I love like going back to like what happened. And I really, honestly, I had a blast on season 14. So as always, please do not forget to follow me on all my social media. It'll be in the link below. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.